I'm going to walk you through exporting your Google Drawings into JPEG and SVG files. I'm going to thank Savannah and Michelle in advance for letting me steal their projects here, but mostly I selected these because aren't they amazing? And we should all take a look at these because they're so fantastic, and y'all did such a good job. So one thing that I want to note is that your file should be named already, the name of the person you admire. If you have anything extra on there, you'll want to change that right from the start. That'll save you a couple steps further down the road. And I will also say that these two students did theirs correctly, and I'm making some mistakes in here for them. So for instance, if Michelle's name were still here, we would delete that and anything extra. So we're going to just have just the person you admire name as the file. Okay, and then one thing that I noted is that you want to make certain that your canvas is the same size as your image, not smaller, not wider. So if you notice right here, I've stretched this one to make the canvas not quite the same size as the illustration in the photo. And I'm just going to show you what would happen if you do export that incorrectly. So let's export this incorrectly, and then I'll show you how to fix it. So we're going to download as a JPEG image, and for our JPEG version, we want both the photo and the illustration present. Now when I open this file that I just made, you can see that it's not the whole image, that it only selected the area that is my canvas area or my workspace area. So that's why you want to make certain that your canvas area is stretched to just fit your desired image. So I'm going to fix this on here by adjusting this draggable corner and just flushing that up so that it's even with the edges. Again, you don't want it smaller, you don't want it larger. You can always kind of move that picture off if you need to double check. I'll just undo there so that it's back to how it was. Now for my JPEG version, again, the photo and the illustration, you'll just go File, Download as JPEG. It will be called what you have named it here. So when I look at this one now, I can see that yes, the side-by-side looks great, and it includes everything in the image. Okay, we'll take a look here at Michelle's for the other example. So for the scalable vector graphics version, the SVG file, we're going to get rid of the photo. And there are a couple different ways you can do that. You could just delete it, or you can drag it off of that workspace, because remember, anything that was outside of that canvas area isn't going to show. And then we need to adjust our corners here. So I'm going to select all of this, because remember, we don't want any extra white space. And by drawing around the whole shebang, I can select it all at once and move it over to the edge. And then with, again, my selector tool, now I can adjust that corner to make it so that it fits, again, with very little to no areas of white outside of your canvas area. And now when I save this one, I'm going to download as scalable vector graphics. And what that will do is just what the name says. It will maintain its vector status, where JPEG turns it into photo pixels. this will keep it as a scalable image, meaning we could put this on the side of a 10-story building and it would still maintain its integrity because, again, it's comprised of just mathematical shapes. All those little points that you made form geometric shapes that are translated into language that computers like and can be scalable. Is that the simple version? So we'll click SVG. And again, we see that the SVG version, again, named for the person, is there. And when I open it, you can see that it keeps that intact. All right. And then those will appear in your downloads folder. So you just need to then pop on over to Classroom and click on the plus, add, or create to upload each of those for this. Again, remember the SVG version will not include the reference photo and the JPEG version will. You'll be turning in both. Good luck.